Yes, now bless. Now, people, don't forget to rest now. Let's sign in and sign out. I'm a little bit sleepy, so I'm looking forward to polishing this one off and then kicking back for a second, to be honest. We listened to Figure Eight by Elliot Smith, okay? One of many Elliot Smith records we've listened to as of so far. I've got a little bit of a tag team hitting me from both angles on the Patreon, getting me through all of the Elliot Smith material. But I'll tell you what, it is a pleasure, especially at this point, because not normally an artist sort of has their heyday and throws all of their creative endeavor within that breakthrough album before they get picked up, but it seems as if Elliot continues to progress as a writer and create great music. So my experience listening to this guy is only getting better over time. This listen through was devoted to Big Chicken Time, who recommended it on the Patreon, and I've got to appreciate them for that because it was a great record. It was a substantial record, 16 tracks. We're looking at about an average of what would you call it? We'll call it 3 minutes a song, maybe. Call it longer than 3 minutes. I'd say about 3 minute 20. There's some briefer songs, yeah, there's some shorter songs, but there's some relatively long songs as well, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. A great variation. This record is about the songwriting. It's about, the melodic value of the vocal line, although he doesn't have the broadest spectrum of range, vocally speaking. He can put a good tune together, he can put a good hook together. Lyrically, I'm not the biggest lyrical guy, so I don't go into the depth like some of you people might do when it comes to his music, which I think, is sort of like most of the point, the lyrical content. But for me, I'm just not a lyrical sort of dude for the most part. When it comes to songwriting, I prefer a melody. The instrumental serves its purpose. It paints, or it doesn't paint, it creates a canvas for the vocal line to paint upon, and what a great job that canvas, what a premium rate expensive canvas it is. The musicianship and the instrumental is really good. I really enjoyed it. I wonder how much of it Elliot Smith played, because the lead guitars were very special. They were subtle, but they were very, very mature guitar lines, great finger picked chords, and I really enjoyed the lead guitar on this record. I have a feeling he plays the piano on this record because the piano isn't like virtuoso style, but it serves purpose and it's pretty cool. I could probably do with or without the piano on the record. I'd rather it be in, but it's not like it didn't steal the show like the guitar line did. Drumming was good. Nothing overbearing. The sound engineer did not allow them drums to stand at the forefront like most sound engineers would do. And regardless of the dynamic of the drums, they're sort of reeled back and sitting at the back, but still well composed and create the, engagement needed between the band dynamic in order for it to serve its purpose as a drum kit. Very good. I think this is Elliot Smith's best effort I've heard so far. We've been listening to the Heat Miser stuff, and we've been listening to Elliot Smith's discography essentially up until this point, and I think this has been my favourite one so far. I think he's had the most songs that resonate with me. As a fan of Oasis, first and foremost, I must indirectly like the Beatles, and there's definitely a lot of good Beatles elements on here. I think Elliot is best when he's got the full band composition. I know a lot of people like his subtle, melancholic man and guitar style songs, but I do like his full instrumental pieces. And I think, when you're looking at 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, the guy really shines on the longer scale songs. We don't get enough of his content on them shorter songs. There's not enough space for him as an artist and his writing capability to really show the structure he is capable of, and he can create a great structured number from like the 4 minute mark onwards. I think the longer songs really suit him best, especially if it's got the full instrumental. I thought this was a great record, honestly. Vocally, you're not really getting anything abnormal for Elliot Smith. He sings in a particular manner, which to me, in all honesty, he's not got my favourite voice. I can hear why people would be sort of really involved in the vocal style of this guy, but for me, not really. I won't put him up there as a good singer, you know. But it's not about good singing, you know. Bob Dylan wasn't a good singer, like subjectively speaking. Some people would say yes, some people would say no, of course not. But he had character, and he had an organic value, which is the honest approach, and that is what you need to be as a musician, as an artist, creating good, heartfelt work. I'm not going to rate this out of 10 because I can't remember what I rated the rest of the Elliot Smith records, but this, if not parallel with his best work I've rated so far, give it a 0.5 upwards. You know, that's what I'm saying. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.